Hello everyone and welcome back to my NHL redesign series. Well, can't really say NHL anymore, can I? This is a jersey very specifically designed for me. But let's just get into it. Let's talk about it. I designed a jersey for myself because why not? And I decided to make an episode out of it because, hey, I wanted to make an episode out of it. Leave me alone. The jersey has quite a few inspirations, even though it is very empty, very basic, very simple. But I'll get down into more of it. This will be probably a very short video. I'm not looking to waste your time with a video just based around my logo, basically. So let's just get right into it, and we'll talk about it then. So here you can see very nice, very black and gold, with a slight hint of red in the back of the collar, something you wouldn't see while the player is wearing it, or while I would be wearing it, I suppose. I'll start with the collar. As you can see, very simple, kind of actually, oddly enough, Toronto Maple Leafs inspired, with that half collar with being dark and then the back half being white. Is very similar to how the Toronto Maple Leafs have their blue collar on their home jersey there, split in half. Staying on the collar, as you can see, where the NHL crest would typically be is my logo. And that's one thing I would definitely change about this jersey. I would get rid of the white, and I would do what I did with the chest emblem and just color that to be the gold, just so it blend in better to the jersey. It does stand out quite a bit. Not that that's overly a bad thing. It just you notice it quite a bit on the collar there. With the laces there, you can see I went with a V-neck lace pattern design. For the main part, that it's one of my favorite looks that the NHL has introduced with the Adidas jersey system. Gold rivets and eyelets, I suppose, and gold laces. Just because I wanted to keep the colors on this jersey very simple with a black and gold, and a little hint of Ottawa Senators red in the collar, of course. Empty shoulders, no shoulder patches, no numbers on the shoulders, no nothing. Very simple, very clean, black design. Followed up by, let's talk about the chest because it's the next most empty spot. As you can see, it is my logo, recolored black with black and gold, but very much inspired by the Dallas Stars blackout jersey, how their logo is basically just the outline of Texas and everything, with no black material supporting it whatsoever. That's essentially what I based it off of. As you can see, the paw print, my signature there, and that circle are all kind of free floating. It would look very cool, I think. The only part I think that would need support is my signature, just because of how thin the lines actually are. But that's about it. Everything else would be floating individually, as there. Nothing else on the base of the jersey, as you can see on the torso. I wanted it to be very simple, very clean, very beautiful in my opinion. Moving on to the arms. The number 15, I could say, like I could lie and say, oh, my favorite Senator is Zach Smith when he was still on the team. Not really the case. I could also say Ryan Getzlaf, I believe, is 15. Not the case. 15 was my number when I played baseball in high school. When I was part of the hockey team for training and everything, I wore 15. Just because some of my friends were on the hockey team at my high school, so I went to practices with them and just hung out with the boys. Basically, I wore 15. There's no real explanation for it. Anytime I've ever played a video game, I choose number 15 as my player number. No real reason for it. But as you can see, fully blacked out number with the gold outline. I imagine the back to be like that as well. Just the name would be a solid gold, but the number on the back would be black with the gold outlines. Now, typically that would blend in too much if you used like a red or a blue, but since gold is pretty much the polar opposite of black, like aside from white, it would stand out both on the arms and on the back. As you can see, you can make out what number that player is, and considering there would only be one person wearing this jersey, I don't see too many confusions happening. Uh, the base of the arm, elbow and down, is where it gets a little more interesting. It was originally based primarily off my Vegas Golden Knights jersey with their little gauntlet piece on their arm. But the more I looked at it, the more it was too simple, and there was red, the gray part of that jersey, if you remember, and then there was that gold outline. That gold outline on that version was red. But I found the red just stood out too much. It was a little too bold for what I was intending, so black and gold is what I ended up going with. And so I actually ended up taking inspiration from the Mighty Ducks jerseys, or St. Louis, if you will, as well, with those 3 lines on each arm. I also brought them to a point in the middle of the sleeve, which, as you can see, also brings it to a point in the middle of the numbers. It looks fantastic like that. I originally wanted 4 lines, but with the spacing of it, it would put the number too high, so I would either have had to put the number on the shoulder, or have it really awkwardly high on the arm. So I opted to remove the 4th gold line and just go with 3. And I'm a much bigger fan of it now, looking at it after I've designed it, having that large gold portion followed by 3 thinner stripes. It's absolutely simple. It's beautiful. And I'm such a huge fan of it. Obviously, I designed it, and I designed it for me, so I would hopefully have designed something I like. Not much I would actually change about this. Each jersey is going to be pretty well unique when I design it. The NFL and the NBA style jerseys will be different to this, but similar enough, because I'm going to use black and gold as my color scheme. And, well, as you can see, I have very simple tastes for myself, but based on different teams and whatnot, I like to go a little more bold, as you can tell. There's really no middle ground. It's either ridiculously bold or very simplistic and clean. Very not like, oh yeah, that's different. Yeah, it's either, oh wow, it's so clean and beautiful, or wow, that's very bold and different than anything I've ever seen. Yeah. But I had a lot of fun designing this jersey. I'm already going on for 7.5 minutes, which is longer than I thought I would be going on for. So I just want to thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you subscribe, leave a like, share this video, do whatever you want to do. And I guess since it is December 23rd when this video goes up, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays. Of course, I will be taking Christmas off, which is this Friday, just to have a fresh start on the 28th for my NFL series. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. I am very excited. I'm going to be covering 3 teams per video for the NFL, and I have a very exciting plan for that one. I'll explain more at the start of that video. And I'll explain probably more throughout the NFL series, because I always ramble on, as I'm doing now, and I've somehow gone over a minute of just rambling. So, thank you for tuning in. Have a great day, and remember to stay positive.